Pickling Excess Eggs. William Hovey Smith, 2012.
I'm Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman, and today we're going to talk about eggs. If you have some excess eggs, either because you keep chickens and all of a sudden your hens start laying and you've got more eggs out there and you know what to do with, or you run out of eggs and it seems that everybody in the family comes home with a dozen eggs at once. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what to do with them, and indeed how some may have kept for as long as 1,000 years. Sure. All right, what are we talking about? Okay, hen eggs. Although any egg would do, and historically many wild game eggs were used. And the first thing you do is boil them, so you make a hard-boiled egg, and you crack these, and we're actually going to preserve them in vinegar, salt, with a little pepper, and make pickled eggs. Now, here is a well-cracked egg. Simple thing to peel. Just take the thumb, put it along the side, and the eggshell will come off. There you go. Right like yay. And so you have a nice, clean, whole egg. So you put that aside and take the next and do exactly the same thing. The key to disinfecting anything is to keep everything as sterile as you possibly can. Well, here are our cracked eggshells, and these are going in the garden. That's what's going to happen to those. And so we have our peeled, boiled eggs. Now over the top of this goes boiling water, like this, just to disinfect the surface. We're not going to cook them anymore. We just want to make sure that the eggs are as sterile as they possibly can be. Turn off the stove there. So, all right, we push them all down below the water level. All right. Now we've got to act reasonably fast. This pan contains jars that have been in boiling water, as well as the lids. So, all right, we have a jar, small jar here. Pour out the water, put it here, drop in eggs, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Then we have boiling vinegar. This is ordinary white vinegar, like this. Okay. You pour that over. Okay, and you want to cover the eggs nearly to the top. All right. So we've sterilized everything thus far. Now we're going to add a couple of peppers here. 3 little peppers. We're going to add about a teaspoon of salt to this. That's something you hear is Mama Dog over there. Yes, it is Mama Dog. She is in residence today. All right. And we have a lid like this. Okay. Fill absolutely to the top here. A little more, a little more, a little more. Okay, that's as much as we can put in there. Lid on. And crunch it down. Now, as this whole thing cools, this lid will proceed to seat. All right? So that's a small jar like for taking to work. Okay? Bigger jar. Same procedure. Now incidentally, these are just ordinary glass jars. This is happens to be an old mayonnaise jar. And if you don't have one, go get one from your grandma. And if you don't have a grandma handy, go adopt you one. Yeah. I'm sure there's an old Jewish grandmother who lives down the street or somewhere that dearly loves in contact with folks, knows a lot of stuff, helps you, and so go get you one. All right. So you can see how many eggs are going in here. These are not going to fill this jar, which is fine, because I'll be eating on these along. So we add again our peppers here, a few peppers, and boiled vinegar. Okay. Now since this jar is not altogether full of eggs, I'm going to be eating on this, so this will go in the refrigerator. But if we had filled it completely and sealed it, then it would keep for an awful long time. Now, where do I get from this 1,000 years business? Well, in China, every once in a while, they would open a 1,000-year-old tomb. And guess what was in this tomb? They found eggs that had been preserved in porcelain jars that was sealed, and guess what? They were still edible. Yeah! So this is where the legend of 1,000-year-old eggs comes from. All right. So this is going to go in the refrigerator for immediate consumption. Now this jar, on the other hand, now this can be set up anywhere, and I'm just going to put it back in this hot water just to make doubly sure that everything is done. All right. Everything is absolutely sterile. Let it work off a little bit more. It's not going to hurt anything. Now, about these non-tempered glass jars. You can't immediately move them from hot to cold. If I put this thing in the refrigerator right now, it would probably break. So if you have non-tempered glass, you've got to put hot in hot and cold in cold. For now, this is Hovey Smith reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. And what to do with excess eggs.
I'm probably best known for my book, Backyard Deer Hunting, Converting Deer to Dunner for Pennies per Pound. Got others too, like crossbow hunting, extreme muzzleloading, and practical bow fishing. To learn more about my books, blogs, videos, and radio show, Hovey's Outdoor Adventures, go to my website, www.hoveysmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye and God bless.